Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's Space Colonization podcast. Today, we're diving into a fascinating and often controversial topic governing celestial bodies. I remember quite faintly when I was 6 and heard about the discovery of a planet so much like Earth. It turns out that that planet was Kepler 452b, the one that is most Earth like in terms of its properties. Looking back, I'm such in awe of how much science has evolved and how far our species has come over time. Humanity is on the brink of a new era of space exploration. Permanent settlements on the moon are slowly becoming a reality, and our sights are set firmly even on Mars. But as we venture deeper and deeper into the cosmos, some new question arises. Can countries on Earth claim and govern these celestial bodies? Well, let's start with the legal framework. The famous Outer Space Treaty of 1967, signed by a total of 115 countries, is the foundation of space governance. This landmark agreement declares that space is just a province of all mankind and prohibits national appropriation of celestial bodies. In other words, no country can or should claim ownership or sovereignty over any part of space. But here's where the things get tricky. The rapid development of space technology, whether that's from the United States or Asia, is challenging the spirit of this treaty. The United States Commercial Space Launch Competitiveness Act of 2015, for example, allows private companies to own the resources that they extract from space. This opens up the whole new possibility of companies staking their claim on valuable materials found on the moon, asteroids, or even Mars. So what materials and resources are we talking about? Well, take Mars for instance. It's like a treasure trove, to be honest. Recent studies have shown that the planet's subsurface likely contains vast reserves of water ice, a critical resource for sustaining our human life. Plus, the Martian atmosphere is rich in carbon dioxide, which will be processed to produce oxygen and even rocket propellant. Quite interesting. But it doesn't stop there. Celestial bodies like asteroids and planets may harbor rare minerals and elements that are in high demand on Earth. We're talking about precious metals like platinum and valuable rare earth elements such as dysprosium, used in magnets, advanced medical technology, and even cell phones. The prospect of controlling these valuable resources is undoubtedly enticing for countries and private companies alike. Now, this is where the geopolitics of space colonization become incredibly complex. The country or company that establishes a strong presence on the moon or Mars or some planet could potentially control access to these resources, giving them a significant economic and strategic advantage. Just imagine how the Earth would be like, where the balance of power is shaped by who controls the resources of space. And then there are these ethical questions. For example, who makes the rules? What happens if there's a crime? Or this is where it gets really interesting. What if we find some sort of life? Should we protect it, study it, or exploit it for our own purposes? Now, these issues would be, frankly, too complex for simple internationally ruled cases. So, here's a thought. What if we create a system where countries and private entities can indeed claim and develop property on celestial bodies, but within a robust international framework? This framework would ensure all sorts of things such as fair access to resources, promoting scientific research, for the benefit of all humanity, and establish clear guidelines for the sustainable development of extraterrestrial environments. Just imagine lunar and Martian colonies operating as international zones, similar to how we can manage Antarctica today. Property rights would be granted for specific purposes and durations, overseen by some sort of global space authority. This approach would encourage investment, and guarantee development while preserving the principle that space is the province of all mankind. Moreover, such a system would greatly foster international cooperation. Countries and companies would be incentivized to pool their resources, share technologies, and work together to overcome the immense challenges of space colonization. This collaborative approach could potentially lead to faster progress and a more equitable distribution of the benefits of space exploration. So, what do you guys think, space fans? Is this the right way forward, or am I just daydreaming? You've been listening to the Space Colonization Podcast. Remember, the future is out there, and it's up to us to build it together. Until next time, keep looking up. Thank you, everyone.